Hey guys, what's going on? Eric here, bringing you guys some more D2 content. Today we're going over my Holy Bolt Paladin. I'm going to talk about the gear, what I paid for some of these things, how I worked up from 75 faster cast rate up to 125. We'll talk about the charms, the skills, the stats, and then at the end of this I'll go over a T1 map. I'm not going to do a full clear just because I don't want a 30-minute video, which is also why I'm talking fast. So let's get into the gear. Best in slot is obviously Hand of the Blessed. One of your first goals as a Holy Bolt Paladin is to hit 75 faster cast rate with this weapon. Right now I've got cast rate on it. This is what allows me to go to 125. I puzzled this, I paid a Vex rune, and then a puzzle box, 2-socket puzzle on any slot for a Holy Bolt Paladin just means, hey, you get an extra Ishtune. It's whatever. Your next goal for 75 faster cast rate is to hit that with a Herald of Zakarum. A lot of people start with a Spirit, which is what I started with, and getting that 75 faster cast rate basically means, hey, can you afford an Arachnid? So that's what I did next. Between your belt and your gloves, you're going to want to hit 45 faster cast rate. So initially, I had these 27 faster cast rate Trangs, and then 18 faster cast rate Arachnid. And then when you build up from that, the next thing you want to do is you want to hit 65 faster cast rate between your weapon, your gloves, and your belt. So I paid a bird for these 35 faster cast rate Mage Fists. I paid 5 high runes for this 26 faster cast rate Arachnid. I think this is a really good deal. I think they're worth close to like 8 or 10, potentially more if the stats were higher. Mine are kind of low with that low increased mana, but you know, who cares? Anyways, I got a good deal here. In terms of cannot be frozen, you're going to start with a faster cast rate Raven. I think these are worth like maybe a high rune, a Vex, somewhere around there. But your best on slot is going to be a cannot be frozen boot. And for more Magic Find, that means cannot be frozen War Travs. I paid 7 high runes for these. They're 46. You can afford a cheaper one if they have less Magic Find, obviously. But I got a really good deal on the previous pair of War Travs. I bought in-game some perfect 50 MF with 6 all rest corruption for an Ohm rune. I think the guy must have been rich and just needed an Ohm rune quick. So I ended up trading those for 4 high runes. So I effectively bought these for 3.75 high runes, so not too bad. Moving on to my most expensive item is this faster cast rate SOJ. I paid 17.5 high runes for this. When I was originally shopping around on their trade site, they were going for like 20. In game, some guy went in 22 and I said screw that, and then the prices actually dropped kind of across the board, and I still got a good deal at 17.5 here. And then I would say like a week ago, even like the lowest ones were like 14 high runes, but they were there. And then just now I was considering buying a second one, and the 3 on the trade site right now are listed at 30 high runes. I don't know what's going on with those prices, if things changed that drastically. The stats weren't that much better than my current, or actually they weren't as good. Excuse me. And so hopefully the prices go down. They seem very inflated to where I don't understand where those prices are coming from. I need a burp. 1 second. There we go. Moving on to the armor. Originally, when you're getting that 125, I think the easiest way to do that is with a faster cast rate Viper Magi or Atmas. So I think a 40 faster cast rate is like a Mal rune. Eventually, when you get more faster cast rate in the more expensive slots, like your belt, your ring, and your gloves, then you can ditch that for a +1 all skills here. Again, puzzled this myself. I got that extra Ishtune in there. Did I say I got I puzzled this myself here as well. I paid 4 high runes for both of these. I think 4 high runes and then 4 high runes. Took the risk, and then they're a lot more valuable now. Moving on to the amulet. I think I paid 4 high runes for this as well. The last time I checked, you could get like a 20 res cast rate one for 4 high runes again, and that gets the job done. It just means you might need some more res and less MF on your small charms. Moving on to the helm. I could get +1 all skills here. I think the last time I checked a +3 all skills 1-socketed Chaco was like 5 high runes. But for me, I opted for mana after each kill. 4 is perfect on a helm, and 4 mana after each kill on my helm in conjunction with my Merc's Insight means I don't mana pot at all. I don't pick them up. I don't buy them. I can handle getting mana burned pretty easily. Essentially, unless the map is like 200 plus density and I'm going back to back to back to back to back, you know, just mob after mob, I'm not going to run out of mana, and this is really great. And even if I could afford a +3 all skilled 2-socketed Shaco, I don't think I'd use it unless I personally made it. And then like I said, I don't know if I touched on this other slot here. If I were to get another cast rate SOJ and then a +1 all skills Mara, that's like another 30 high runes, and I'm just saying screw it and sticking with what I got. This 3 life after each kill is perfect on a ring. I thought it was going to help with quality of life where it might help me health pot less, but honestly, I'm too lazy. I go in the middle of mobs and take huge chunks of damage, even with max block, and this pretty much just helps mitigate poison damage. When you're working up to 125, another thing is a circlet is a really good middle ground piece. As like, let's say you got the faster cast rate gloves, but you don't quite have the SOJ, you can use a circlet to kind of bridge that gap. I bet a Vex rune for this in game. It had a really unfortunate corruption on it when I bought it, and then this is where I got my unfortunate puzzle box, but this still has some value. And then once I got that SOJ, I got rid of this. Again, you've got your faster cast rate Raven. You get rid of that for the boots. But another thing is a 20 faster cast rate ring. I slammed this. I didn't actually end up needing it at the time, but this is another option when you're trying to get to 125. Moving on to the charms. We've got a Geeds. I found like 8 or 9 of these. They're all trash. This is the best one I got. I haven't opted to buy one yet, so I'm just sticking with that. These are all Pally Lifers. Apart from some faster hit recovery ones. I got a really good deal on this one. This was like a jaw. And then this is the torch. I forget what I paid for this. It was probably 3 high runes potentially, maybe like 2.5. My buddy Matt gave me this. The previous one I paid 3 high runes for. It had 59 vitality, but only 10 res. So I swapped that out for more res, which is great. The charms are just magic finds. Some have res. One of these charms has faster hit recovery, and I'll touch on that. Let's bring this up. I opted for 27 faster hit recovery. And this just helps with, like, let's say you're going to pick up a charm and you get attacked on the way there. This helps prevent you go into fast hit recovery animation just a little bit. I say it's better than nothing. If I were to get 2 lifers here and then more magic find here, that just means 7 more magic find and then maybe 60 to 70 more life. And I'm just kind of experimenting with fast hit recovery here, and I feel like it's better than nothing. As you guys can see, I have max res. I only have 1 stacked res, so if I play a map that says, hey, you lose 10 or 20 res, I definitely feel it. And then as you guys can see, let me move this back into the slot. I have 398 magic find. Let's go over my Merc. Let's get that out of the way. All right, Merc here. We've got an insight. The meditation's not perfect, but I did create this myself. It's got perfect ED, perfect crit strike, really high AR. Gloves, my buddy Matt gave me this. The breakpoint for a Thresher on your Merc for jab is 75 attack speed. So I've got 30 here, 20 with the belt, and then 30 from the helm. I've got Fortitude here, but if you don't have some of the more expensive items like Drax here with extra attack speed, you can get attack speed on a bunch of different armors, and this is where I get my Cannot Be Frozen. Ideally, I'd have Cannot Be Frozen Gores, but those are just something I didn't invest in just yet. Going over the skills, hold on. We did not actually go over the stats just yet. Let's come back. Going over the damage here, we've got 4 to 4.4k. We've got max block, and this is what I have for vitality with battle orders. So with Battle Command, I've got 50 Holy Bolt, max synergy, max synergy, max synergy. I've got Vigor. I've got 1 into Salvation, 1 into Holy Freeze, and then coming back to our combat skills, I'm putting the rest of my points into Holy Shield. All right, so I think I've covered everything. If I missed anything, please feel free to leave a comment. Let's go into a map. This is a T1 Ruins of Vizjun, only 166 density. Got a lot of magic find, and the monsters have 7% increased life. Some of these are going to have magic immune. It's usually those horde guys. Let's see here. Do we have any? Do we have any? I don't think we have any. That's pretty good. All right. So what you can do is you can walk around and then corral them a little bit. The further you cast outwards... Wow, I almost died for the first time in forever. Where is this might motherfucker? Did I get the might guy? Where is he? Holy crap, that dude's hitting hard. I just used 2 full Jews. I have not come that close to death in a long time. Alright. The might guy has to be down here somewhere. Anyways, the further you cast out, the tightly packed they are, but you can still shotgun up close. Am I lagging? What's that dude doing there? Alright, I'm gonna go up north. Let's see if we can corral without taking that much damage. That was actually kind of ridiculous. These guys are hitting hard. Alright, there we go. There's the archers. So, best in slot gear, you could probably get, realistically, best in slot would be maybe closer to 55 Holy Bolt. At some point, you're going to be giving up a lot more, because like you could have a 3 combat, 20 faster cast rate magic circlet. You could have a 3 combat, 10 faster cast rate amulet, both of those with 1 all skill corruptions. And then I will say, this is not gonna beat your bosons, your trap assassins, some of your poison necros. You're not gonna beat what's the other one? The dark pack, whirlwind barbs with those crazy damage weapons. You're just not gonna fully compete with that. So this is kind of like a jack of all trades build. I only deal with magic mutants that suck, but right now there's none on this map, which is great. Although I would say pretty frequently T1 maps do have those horde characters. Alright, I'm going to clear some of the map. I'm going to make my way to the boss, and then we will meet back there, and then you guys can see the single target damage. I will say one thing that I would like to do, and then I notice it a lot on this map in particular, is I feel like a gaze or like more damage reduction on my Mercs would be a great improvement, because all of the minions around the boss on this map, they hit hard as shit, and my Mercs just can't take it if I'm not right there healing them. And then obviously Holy Bolt can heal your Mercs. So if you can get yourself or the Mercs between you and the boss, then you can just heal him. But again, when there's just so many monsters, your Mercs can die pretty quick. All right, let's kill the person with fanaticism here. Where are you at? Where are you at? I guess we're not skipping. We're gonna walk through here and we'll just play this out. Hopefully I don't die. I'm gonna do a quick battle orders. I think it lasts, what is it, 5 minutes? So we probably would have been good. The way I usually work this particular map is I work my way into this building over here and then clear some of the trash, because those archers hit really hard. Alright, we are out of health pots. So as you guys can see, that life after each kill SOJ is like pretty useless. It does help with poison. So right here, he's getting hit by those archers. I'm going to try to keep him alive. I think I'm hitting the poles. Alright, let's go check out the single target damage. Alright, let's get between... Merc, where are you going, dude? Where are you going? The Pierce with this is pretty great. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys the single target damage right here. So I'm tightly packed enough that we're hitting him. I'm not hitting my Merc. I'm gonna let him die. Sorry, buddy. Alright, and he is gone. And we got this really sick double axe. Alright, let's go to town. That is the build. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you guys want to see more from me, subscribe to my channel. Alright, bye.